Let me start with a question most people over 60 never stop to ask. Could something as innocent and healthy looking as an avocado actually put your heart at risk? Now, chances are you've heard that avocados are a superfood. And that reputation isn't wrong. They're loaded with heart-protective monounsaturated fats, anti-inflammatory compounds, potassium for blood pressure, and fiber for cholesterol balance. On paper, they seem like the perfect choice for anyone who wants to age well and protect their heart. But here's the catch. The way avocados are stored, prepared, or combined with certain medications and foods can silently undo those benefits. Or worse, trigger health problems that go unnoticed until it's too late. And this is especially important for seniors because the body becomes more sensitive after 60. Medications, immune function, and digestive health all work differently compared to younger years. So if you enjoy avocados regularly, and you're also managing conditions like high blood pressure, heart disease, or if you're taking daily medications, this message is for you. Over the next few minutes, we'll break down 6 common mistakes seniors make with avocados. Each mistake seems small, but the consequences can range from mild stomach discomfort all the way to increased stroke or heart attack risk. But don't worry, for every mistake, I'll also show you the safe and smart alternative, so you can keep enjoying avocados without worry. Mistake number 6, storing cut avocados with the pit inside. You've probably seen this trick on cooking shows or social media. The idea is simple. Leave the pit inside a cut avocado to slow browning. It sounds logical. The pit covers some flesh and seems to protect it. But science tells a different story. Researchers at the University of California tested this claim by storing hundreds of avocado halves, some with pits, some without. After 24 hours, the difference in browning was only about 2%, and that small benefit only applied to the area directly under the pit. The rest of the avocado browned the same. Why? Because browning happens when the enzyme polyphenol oxidase reacts with oxygen. Once the fruit is cut, oxygen reaches the exposed flesh instantly, and unless the entire surface is covered, the pit offers almost no protection. Now here's why this matters for seniors. Oxidation is more than just ugly brown spots. Oxidized produce spoils faster and is more prone to bacterial growth. The FDA found that improperly stored avocados can harbor harmful bacteria like Listeria monocytogenes, a serious threat to anyone over 60 with a weakened immune system. In fact, foodborne infections in seniors are more likely to require hospitalization and can even trigger sepsis. Many seniors mistakenly believe that leaving the pit keeps avocado safe longer, which means they refrigerate it for days past its prime. That false sense of security increases the chance of food poisoning. Remove the pit completely. Brush the cut surface with lemon or lime juice. The natural vitamin C slows oxidation. Wrap it tightly in plastic wrap or place it in an airtight container. Eat it within 24 to 48 hours. And remember, if it smells sour, feels slimy, or tastes off, don't risk it. Mistake number 5, eating avocados while taking blood thinners. Here's where things get more serious. If you're over 60, there's a strong chance you're on one or more medications. And among the most prescribed are blood thinners like warfarin, designed to reduce the risk of clots, strokes, and heart attacks. Here's the problem. Avocados are rich in vitamin K, a nutrient that helps blood clot normally. On its own, vitamin K isn't bad. In fact, it's essential. But with warfarin, your doctor carefully adjusts your dose based on how much vitamin K you usually eat. If you suddenly add a large serving of avocado to your daily diet, your vitamin K intake rises. That lowers your INR, International Normalized Ratio, which is the measure of how thin your blood is. A low INR means your blood may clot more easily, undoing the protection warfarin is supposed to give you. This isn't just theory. Medical journals have documented real cases of strokes linked to patients who changed their avocado intake without informing their doctor. Don't avoid avocados completely unless your doctor says so. Instead, keep your intake consistent. If you normally eat half an avocado a day, keep it steady. Don't jump from none to 3 in 1 week. And always let your doctor know about changes in your diet. If you're on newer anticoagulants like apixaban or rivaroxaban, these don't interact with vitamin K in the same way, but you should still confirm with your physician before making big dietary shifts. Also keep in mind, avocados aren't the only food high in vitamin K. Spinach, kale, broccoli, and even green tea are significant sources. Tracking your intake and sharing it with your healthcare provider helps keep your medication effective and your heart safe. Mistake number 4. Using unripe avocados in smoothies or meals. We've all faced this dilemma. You're ready to make a healthy meal, but the avocados sitting on your counter are still firm and unripe. Out of impatience, you may think, why not just toss it in the blender? It's still an avocado, right? Unfortunately, eating unripe avocados is more than just unpleasant. It can actually be problematic for your digestive health. Here's why. Unripe avocados contain much higher concentrations of a natural defense compound called persin, which the plant produces to ward off fungi and pests. While trace amounts of persin in ripe avocados are generally harmless to most people, unripe avocados contain significantly more. In higher doses, persin can irritate the stomach lining and cause digestive symptoms like bloating, cramping, gas, or even diarrhea. But persin isn't the only concern. Unripe avocados are also rich in resistant starches and tannins. Resistant starches act almost like raw fiber. They pass through the digestive tract without being properly broken down. In moderation, this isn't always bad, but when consumed in larger amounts, especially by older adults, it can cause discomfort and upset the balance of the gut microbiome. Tannins, on the other hand, are bitter plant compounds that can interfere with nutrient absorption and irritate sensitive digestive systems. This is especially concerning for seniors. As we age, our digestion naturally slows down, stomach acid levels may decrease, and the gut microbiome becomes more fragile. That means something as simple as blending an unripe avocado into a smoothie could trigger bloating, indigestion, or aggravate existing conditions such as irritable bowel syndrome, IBS. In fact, a 2020 study on gut health found that people who consumed unripe avocados had notable changes in their microbiota. Beneficial bacteria, particularly those linked with better digestion and reduced inflammation, dropped by over 20% in just 4 weeks compared to those eating ripe avocados. This demonstrates that eating underripe fruit can subtly but significantly alter your gut health over time. So how can you avoid this? The key is knowing how to check for ripeness. Gently squeeze the avocado in your palm, not your fingertips, which can bruise it. A ripe avocado should yield slightly, but not feel mushy. Check under the stem nub. If the flesh is bright green, it's ready to eat. If it's brown, the avocado is overripe. To ripen one quickly, place it in a brown paper bag with a banana or apple. These fruits emit ethylene gas, a natural plant hormone that speeds ripening within 2 to 3 days. Avoid shortcuts like microwaving or baking an avocado to force ripeness. While the heat might soften the texture, it does not neutralize persin or tannins. You're still consuming immature, harsh compounds that your body may struggle to digest. In short, a smoothie or salad is only as healthy as the quality of the ingredients you put into it. Using an unripe avocado might seem like a small compromise, but for seniors, it can lead to avoidable digestive distress and disrupt gut health. Mistake number 3. Eating avocados with a latex allergy. Here's where it gets even more surprising. Did you know that avocados can trigger severe allergic reactions in people with latex sensitivities? This is due to a condition called latex fruit syndrome. The science behind it is fascinating. The proteins in natural rubber latex share very similar structures with proteins found in certain fruits, including avocados, bananas, kiwis, and chestnuts. Your immune system can mistake these fruit proteins for latex and launch an allergic attack. This reaction can range from mild oral itching and swelling to life-threatening anaphylaxis. Research shows that over 50% of individuals with a latex allergy also react to avocados. And cooking the fruit doesn't make it safer. The proteins responsible for cross-reactivity, such as chitinases, remain stable even after heating. That means guacamole, avocado oil, or cooked dishes can still pose risks. For older adults, this is especially dangerous. Immune responses tend to become less predictable with age. A mild irritation one day could escalate into a more serious allergic reaction later. Plus, many seniors already deal with multiple health conditions, making recovery from an allergic episode riskier. There's also the hidden threat of cross-contamination. If restaurant staff prepare your food while wearing latex gloves, tiny amounts of latex protein can transfer to your meal, triggering a reaction, even if you didn't knowingly eat avocado. So, What should you do if you suspect you might have a latex or avocado allergy? Consult an allergist for a skin prick or blood test to confirm the diagnosis. Be vigilant with labels. Processed foods, oils, and condiments sometimes contain avocado derivatives. Ask before eating out. Don't hesitate to request that staff avoid latex gloves or check whether a dish contains avocado. If diagnosed, avoid not just avocados but also other cross-reactive foods like bananas, kiwis, and chestnuts. And most importantly, if prescribed, always carry an EpiPen, epinephrine auto-injector. It could save your life in the event of a severe reaction. So while avocados are a beloved superfood, they can carry hidden dangers for those with certain sensitivities. Mistake number 2, eating the avocado seed. Over the past few years, social media has been buzzing with so-called superfood hacks. And one of the most unusual is the idea of eating the avocado seed. You may have seen influencers suggesting that you grind the pit into flour, blend it into smoothies, or even chew it raw. On the surface, it sounds innovative. Why throw away part of the fruit that might contain hidden nutrients? Here's the truth. While avocado seeds do contain some antioxidants and fiber, those compounds are trapped inside dense, insoluble fibers that the human digestive system is not equipped to break down efficiently. In other words, even if the seed looks nutrient-rich on paper, your body cannot access or absorb most of those benefits. But that's only the beginning. The avocado seed also contains very high concentrations of persin, the same fungicidal compound we discussed earlier in relation to unripe avocados. In the soft flesh, persin levels are extremely low and safe for most people. In the seed, however, persin can be up to 100 times more concentrated, raising the risk of stomach irritation, nausea, and in large amounts, even toxicity, especially concerning for seniors with sensitive digestion or weaker immune systems. And then there's the mechanical danger. Avocado pits are extremely hard. Standard household blenders are not designed to pulverize them safely. This often leaves behind sharp fragments, which if swallowed, can scratch or even puncture the delicate lining of the esophagus, stomach, or intestines. There have been documented medical cases where individuals suffered intestinal perforations, blockages, or internal bleeding after consuming avocado seed powder. In severe cases, surgeons had to perform emergency operations. Another overlooked danger is the presence of cyanogenic glycosides, natural chemicals similar to those in apple seeds. These compounds can release cyanide in the digestive tract under certain conditions. While the exact amount required to cause toxicity in humans is debated, the FDA has issued clear warnings against consuming avocado seeds due to these potential risks. Even using avocado seeds topically is problematic. Many DIY beauty tutorials recommend grinding the seed into exfoliating scrubs, but the abrasive texture combined with its chemical compounds can trigger skin inflammation, rashes, or allergic reactions, particularly in those with sensitive or aging skin. So what should you do with the seed instead? Treat it for what it is, waste, not food. A few safer options include composting it, so it breaks down naturally and enriches soil. Using it for crafts. It dries well and can be carved or painted. Simply discarding it. The avocado's health power lies in its flesh and oil, not its seed. Don't let internet trends convince you otherwise. Mistake number 1. Cooking avocados at high heat. Finally, we come to the most overlooked mistake. Cooking avocados at very high temperatures. Many health-conscious people, especially seniors, love adding avocados to everything. Stir-fries, baked dishes, or even grilled recipes. While the intention is good, the science is clear. High heat destroys the very nutrients that make avocados beneficial. Avocados are best known for their healthy monounsaturated fats, particularly oleic acid, which supports heart health by lowering LDL cholesterol, reducing inflammation, and protecting blood vessels. But these fats are heat sensitive. Once temperatures climb above about 270 degrees Fahrenheit, 132 degrees Celsius, oleic acid starts to break down through a chemical process called lipid peroxidation, creating harmful byproducts. One of the compounds formed is acrylamide, which has been linked to increased cancer risk. Studies show that grilling or frying avocados can elevate acrylamide levels significantly, sometimes exceeding daily safe intake limits recommended by health authorities. In addition, cooking at high heat can generate toxic aldehydes, chemicals known to damage DNA, accelerate aging, and increase risks of chronic diseases like cancer and cardiovascular disorders. But it's not just the fats that are compromised. Avocados also contain heat-sensitive vitamins such as vitamin C, vitamin K, folate, and several B vitamins. Research indicates that cooking can destroy up to 90% of vitamin C, 76% of folate, and 65% of vitamin B6, effectively stripping away much of the avocado's nutritional advantage. And let's not forget the culinary aspect. When avocados are exposed to high heat, their creamy, buttery texture turns stringy, bitter, and oily. Instead of elevating your meal, they often ruin both the taste and the health profile. So, how can you enjoy avocados safely while preserving their nutrients? 1. Add them after cooking. Sprinkle sliced or diced avocado over scrambled eggs, soups, or warm grains after they've cooled slightly. This way, the fruit stays fresh and nutrient-dense. 2. Eat them raw. Salads, sandwiches, wraps, guacamole, avocado toast, cold pasta salads. These preserve all the goodness. 3. Cook with avocado oil instead. Unlike the fruit itself, cold-pressed avocado oil has a much higher smoke point, about 520 degrees Fahrenheit or 271 degrees Celsius, and is far more stable for cooking. Just make sure you're buying high-quality, unrefined oil in a dark glass bottle to protect it from light damage. The goal is not to avoid avocados, but to enjoy them wisely. With the right preparation, you'll preserve their heart-healthy fats, essential vitamins, and creamy texture, ensuring your body gets the maximum benefit from every bite. Let's take a moment to pull everything together. Avocados are often celebrated as a heart-friendly superfood, but as we've learned, their benefits only hold true when they're handled and eaten the right way. For seniors in particular, a few simple mistakes can quietly turn this nutritious fruit into a hidden health risk. Here are the 6 pitfalls you need to avoid. First, leaving the pit in cut avocados. Many people believe this slows browning, but research shows the effect is minimal and limited to the area directly under the pit. More importantly, poorly stored avocados are prone to bacterial growth, something that can lead to foodborne illness, especially in adults over 60 with weaker immune defenses. Second, eating avocados while on blood thinners. Avocados are rich in vitamin K, which directly affects blood clotting. If you're on medications like warfarin, sudden changes in your avocado intake can throw off your INR levels, raising your risk of stroke or clotting complications. Third, using unripe avocados. Unripe fruit contains higher levels of persin and resistant starches that are tough on digestion. These compounds can upset the gut, worsen bloating, and even disrupt the balance of healthy bacteria, an important factor for seniors managing gut health. Fourth, ignoring latex allergies. Few people realize that avocado proteins can mimic latex proteins, leading to something called latex fruit syndrome. This cross-reactivity can trigger anything from mild swelling to dangerous anaphylaxis. For older adults, this risk should never be ignored. Fifth, consuming avocado seeds. Despite trendy health claims, the seed is not safe to eat. It's extremely hard, difficult to digest, and contains high concentrations of persin and even cyanide-like compounds. Ingesting it can cause digestive damage, intestinal blockages, or toxic effects. And sixth, cooking avocados at high heat. While they're rich in heart-healthy fats and vitamins, those nutrients are heat-sensitive. Once exposed to high temperatures, the healthy fats oxidize into harmful compounds, and up to 90% of vitamins like C, B6, and folate are destroyed. So what's the takeaway? If you're over 60, these mistakes don't just reduce the health value of avocados. They can actively put your heart, digestion, and overall health at risk. But with a little knowledge, you can sidestep these pitfalls and continue to enjoy avocados in a way that supports your body, not harms it. Now I'd love to hear from you. Have you ever experienced stomach discomfort, medication interactions, or allergies after eating avocados? Were any of these 6 mistakes a surprise to you? And on a lighter note, what's your favorite way to enjoy them? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your story could make a real difference for someone else in our senior health community. If this video gave you clarity, please give it a like, subscribe for more science-backed health tips, and share it with someone over 60 who enjoys avocados. Remember, staying healthy as we age isn't about giving up the foods we love. It's about making smarter, safer choices together. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.